We all have chains that bind us. Some are clearly visible, like the chains of addiction or the chains of debt. Others are more invisible, like the chains of fear or the chains of a cluttered mind. There's a beautiful line in the movie Gladiator, spoken by the character Maximus to a young boy who has lost his father. He says, "When you look at the sky, you see your father in the stars. When you look at the flowers, you see your mother in the petals. When you look at the food you eat, you see your family in the nourishment. When you look at the world with your eyes open, you will see your father in every direction." This is what it means to be free from the chains that bind us. The Stoics believe that the mind is like a garden and emotions like weeds can take over if left unchecked. That's why they practiced techniques like negative visualization to keep their minds clear and focused on what was important. By confronting our fears and practicing resilience, we can uproot these weeds and free our minds from their grip. Seneca says, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Our minds have the power to torment us with all sorts of imaginary scenarios, from worrying about the future to dwelling on the past. But these worries are chains of our own making. They don't reflect reality. They only serve to cloud our judgment and distract us from the present moment. Epicurus writes, "It is not things that upset us, but our opinions about those things. It's not the events themselves, but our interpretation of them that causes our distress." When we challenge our assumptions and biases, we break the chains of our own mind. So how can we free our minds from the chains that bind them? First, we must be aware of the chains that hold us back. These can be mental, emotional, or even physical. Next, we need to identify the thoughts and emotions that cause us distress. Are we dwelling on the past or worrying about the future? Are we holding on to grudges or fears? Third, we must challenge these thoughts and emotions. Are they really as bad as we think? Are they helping us or hindering us? And fourth, we must replace negative thoughts with positive ones. Instead of dwelling on what could go wrong, focus on what we can control. Instead of worrying about the past, focus on the lessons we can take forward. Marcus Aurelius writes, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." The key to breaking free from the chains that bind us is to cultivate a positive and resilient mindset. By practicing gratitude, forgiveness, and acceptance, we can pave the way for a more peaceful and fulfilling life.